Welcome to the Whitetail Legacy Podcast.
And we get the back view of him. And I mean, it's just a mega.
52 yards is a long shot. Magnum PI, what we named him. No idea.
Just a magnum.
Yeah, just a magnum.
Come on cam last year, we said probably 150, mid 150.
Yeah.
Same doe from the morning come out with that 9-pointer.
Here steps out this 90-inch 8-pointer. You're like,
I'm like, okay, well, there's still a buck back there grunting.
Yeah.
And then out steps like another 90-inch 8-pointer. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm like, deer, right there.
Yeah, like
and he's already
yards.
30 yards.
Yeah.
He was literally 5 yards from the base of the tree. Could have been, had a buck down at 1:40 in the afternoon, back there deep on public. 3 does come out pretty early. It was like 245, 24-yard shot, sent the combat veteran, and I tell you what, man, dude, it just smoked. We always get so jacked up when the other person kills. It's just almost like we got it done.
Yeah. And when you killed that doe, I was like, hell yeah, man.
And we come down here to Missouri.
My ass homie one more time. I'm like, is it a good buck? And he goes, yeah, real good, solid buck. I'm like, all right, boom. And the deer just drops. Sure. Super special to me.
Whitetail Legacy Podcast, bringing you back to the hunt and leaving a legacy. Baller rut.
All right, guys. This is the Whitetail Legacy Podcast, and you're. I don't even know what just happened, but we don't have the energy we normally have.
Yeah,
obviously.
for sure.
Let's get into the people that make this possible. Let's get into the show. You guys are not going to believe what just literally happened. So, huge shout out to Exodus for partnering with us in this project. We're just two normal guys trying to kill deer. That's it. You know what I mean? And lucky enough, we got some people that help us out. It costs extra to host all these podcasts. You know, every day we got to extend our data to be able to host them.
Yep.
And Exodus was going to foot the bill for that. So we appreciate it hugely. You know what I mean? And we'll get into this, and then I got a spell for you guys. You know what I mean? I got to spill this out. But anyways, let's get into what happened today, and then we'll talk about that at the end. Maybe just cheer me up just a little bit. So, homie, you were hunting. I just killed a buck that I obviously shouldn't have killed, which we'll get into in a little bit. What happened today?
So we, 2 days in a row, we had two shooter bucks do the almost damn near same exact thing. So we still had pretty much the same wind, south, maybe a little bit of southeast. Going to be there, which has been south or southwest almost all week. And so we still had to stay in hung from making the move for Magnum, and then Cody shot that buck. Went back there, got set up in there super early. Really quiet down there. We were literally in there forever before it got light. And then we had a doe behind us early, and it was still dark. And then we seen a doe come down where we seen Magnum come down, and she was kind of moving pretty quickly. So I'm like, oh man, there might be a buck behind her. And but I just don't know if it's kind of how they just traverse that hillside there. So I told Cody, and she was gone just as quick as I seen her. So nothing behind her. And then we had a spike buck come up the lane on us, and then he just swung around and went right into the backside of this doe bedding. So we sat there till 11:30ish, I think. Decided to tear down, and we were going to go up and move to the hot corner, which is the corner we can see from the rut tree. And it's amazing the different perspective you can get when you're in the tree compared to when you're on the ground. When you're on the ground, shit is, you can't see. It's a wall. We say that a lot. And we get up there, and we think that the hot corner is literally on the point of this ridge, and it just kind of falls off. We think it's an abrupt fall, and we think it's pretty open over there actually behind it. and we always see deer go in there. Magnum, when we seen him last year, he actually exited the doe bedding north, and he went into the hot corner. There was 2 other bucks up there fighting, running around all crazy. We've seen does up there this year, small bucks up there this year, and it's kind of funny how just stuff gets a name associated to it, and then you know once you get a name associated to it, you just kind of keep calling it that. And so we're going to come in the backside of the hot corner and potentially set up, but we get up there and it just doesn't look like we thought it did on the backside. It kind of slopes off more than we thought it did to this ridge. So we just pressed in, and we actually had the wind to get back to the rut tree. So we decided to go there because we're going to be there for pretty much the duration of the rest of our hunting here on this piece. So we got set up in the rut tree. We kind of took a 20-minute relax at the bottom of the tree, ate some lunch, kind of got our mojo back going again, got set up, and we were set up by 1:30. Did not see a deer this evening. Pulled some cams, and not much going on in the cams. A lot of does still going in and out. No bucks behind him on cam. Had one midday cruiser, an 8-pointer, just a little bit bigger than a basket 8. And that's been about it. We pulled 3 cams? We pulled 2 cams. Yeah, we still have to look at the one card, but pretty uneventful on the card pull. So then we got another mobile up and going, and then we headed back up to the truck.
Yeah. So we biking out, absolutely destroyed at this point.
Yeah.
We
were talking on the way out, like, we just killed a buck yesterday, absolutely high.
Yeah.
And 36 hours later, you're just back to getting your ass kicked.
Yeah, I mean, you're pedaling out of there, and it's all uphill, and you're just wore out as hell. And then we get to the parking lot. I don't know the guy's name or not, but I'm assuming he's seen the sticker on your truck, and that's how he figured it out.
Mm-hmm. He's just driving around there all day, or all evening,
So the guy gets out of the car and just automatically starts ripping our ass about hunting this ground, and that we shot a doe out there or something. I don't know where he heard that, and I apologize if I sound like a complete douchebag on this podcast. I am not. I don't think I'm a douchebag. I think I'm a decent stand-up dude. You know what I mean? But to that guy, we sounded like complete. And
I don't know if he made it sound, if we sounded like we were being arrogant or what. But I mean, we had just seen Magnum that day.
Yeah.
We had a good hunt that day. We're jacked up, made a move, and
he's upset because he isn't seeing as big as deer as he normally does.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing the same thing. You know what I mean? That the heat is. He said the heat has nothing to do with it. So, he ripped me. He said that he won't even pick his bow up for anything that's a 150. That's 150 or over.
Yeah.
So I shot a 130, 135 class deer yesterday on public land, free to anybody to go on, and I got my ass reamed for it, guys. Absolutely reamed. We're ruining the ground. We're shooting does out there.
That is the absolute worst place to shoot a doe ever in the world.
And I told the guy, I said, me and you, we should be good friends, man.
Yeah.
He seems like a solid hunter. He seems like an all right guy. But when you approach someone, he's ready to rumble off the rip.
Right off the get-go.
You know what I mean? And instead of like, hey, I got some questions.
The first words out of his mouth is, "Hey, are you the Legacy guys?" Yes. Okay, you guys are ruining this place.
Yeah.
That was literally the start of the
conversation. You shot a buck and a doe out here, which we didn't shoot a doe.
No.
You're ruining this place. You shot a it was a 3-year-old deer. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. He is what it is. I'm super jacked. I hadn't killed a buck with a bow in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know how many times you said today, I'm glad I didn't pass that deer.
Yeah, like, I mean, I super jacked about it, and then you meet a guy like that who just completely demoralized you. He goes, well, I seen a guy out here 1 year from Michigan, and I watched him pass a 150, and I went up and shook his hand because he's a real man, and he passes, 150, that's a big deer. And he passed it, and I passed it right before he passed it because it went right by me. You know what I mean? This literally just happened right before the podcast. I apologize to you guys that it's not like it normally is. You know what I mean? I just can't make it. I just can't make it that. You know what I mean? I literally just got yelled at for
like 15 minutes.
Yeah. And I let the guy talk for like 10 minutes. And then I was like, all right, you said your piece. Now I let you talk for like 10 minutes. Now let me talk.
Yeah.
And then after we talked to the guy, he was like, oh, you guys don't sound so bad. I thought you were a lot different. I thought you shot a doe out here. You guys are ruining the place.
He said he listened to a portion of an episode.
Yeah.
Like, if you had listened to 15 episodes and then we started banging away on No Picnic, like, I think you'd have a little better understanding of what we got going on.
I mean, I think you might have just listened to, like, the first beginning, and we were riled up and just being silly like we are, like our normal selves. We're not putting on a front on this show. We're just being who we are. We say dumb stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he was an older gentleman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, I told the guy, I said, we should be good friends, dude.
We live 3 miles apart.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And
love shooting giant bucks.
Yeah, love shooting giant bucks. I could learn a lot from that guy. Mm-hmm. I know I could.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he, in his mind,
that's his ground.
He don't want it here. It's his ground. You know what I mean? And I get it. I get it. People, you get big deer. But I didn't even, like, he was upset because I shot a young buck. I get it. Okay? I'm cool with it. I understand. But.
Oh, it's because we're running cams.
Oh, yeah. And running cams. He's real ticked about that. He don't want any cams out there. Cams are scaring the deer. We're still getting pics of the deer.
Mm-hmm.
Giants. I don't know. When I was real nice to the guy, and then he said, I won't even pick my bow up unless it's a 150 or better. And then he goes, I told him I shot a 135.
Well, at the beginning, he said he don't take his bow off the hook for anything under 170.
Yeah.
And then when he was talking about that Michigan guy, he's like, oh, 150 is a big deer.
Yeah. Oh, 170 or better. Yeah, 170 or better. He don't.
And
then he goes, I'm happy if I shoot a deer every 3 or 4 years. And I go, well, you must not like to eat deer very much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
what if we shot a doe out there?
Right? Yeah.
Like, we should. I don't. He's really upset about it. One doe, ruined.
Ruined the whole place.
1 3-year-old buck, ruined. I mean, he's been out there a long time. I said, I understand you got like seniority out here or something, you think? Like, I was trying to be nice to the guy. I was real nice, and then right at the end, when he looked at me and he came up and I shook his hand because he's a real man and passed a 150.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, you're getting ripped again, buddy. You cannot come at me for shooting a 135 class deer. And I said, it happens all the time to me. When people rip my ass, I'm like, you just pretty much said I'm a no, I didn't say you're a bad hunter. What do you I'm not shooting 150s.
And if you're ruining the place, you're saying I'm lesser skill.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I'm doing.
And a young guy from Minnesota passed a buck 1 year, and you've seen him do it, and then that guy's a real man.
Greatest hunter ever.
He's a real hunter. He's a real man. You know what I mean?
I go out of state and see a 150. It's getting smoked.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I told the guy, I said, you've probably been hunting a lot longer than me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you're on a whole nother level than me. And basically he was like, well, I shot this buck, and I shot this buck, and I shot a 175 2 years ago. I said, bro, I shot a 193. Don't mean shit. It don't mean shit.
No.
You shot one big buck one time. Freeze does not mean shit. One big deer one time. I want to kill bucks. I don't give a shit how I do it. I want to kill bucks. When 10 years down the road, maybe I will only shoot a 170. I don't know. But until now, I shot a 193 3 years ago. I shot a 130, 135 yesterday, and I do not give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm super jacked up, guys, if you can't tell. I let the guy talk. I did my rebuttal about what the hell we got going on. And then he come back at me, and then we were cool. And then he said the 150 real man thing, and I was like,
I know. I wonder what had come around again on you. I was like, I thought we were going good here.
Yeah.
Wham!
yeah, right back at him.
Yeah.
Then the guy rolls down his window. Man, I'm sorry if I said, you're not sorry. If you were sorry,
You would have been cool off the get-go.
You would have said it while you were out right in front of my face until you got in your car and you thought about the situation for a second.
Yeah, I'd probably like,
And you're like, shit, man, I probably would. And then I'm like, oh, now I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I said that you're a less superior hunter because...
Yeah, dude could have said, I'm sorry, shook your hand.
He was mad about us mobile hunting.
Oh, yeah, out here bouncing around. When were you on cam in shorts or whatever?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
You cannot... Y'all seen the birds on us.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that is...
You out here in the summer in shorts and... What is he talking about? Scent control or something?
I don't know. I said we wear jeans and rubber boots in the summer, man.
I said, have you been on this ground? You can't wear
T-shirts and shorts
out here?
And tennis shoes.
Like he wants a Ziploc suit out there pulling cam in the summer? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
I told him, I said, we're not pulling cams every week.
No.
We pulled them one time before season. And then if we go into an area to hunt, we pull the cams.
Yeah. That's how we do it.
And I mean, you can't... He must just thought that we were just absolutely had no idea what we were doing, I guess.
All right.
Because I know that I said we were trash hunters at the beginning of the podcast, probably, because I say that all the time.
Yeah.
You know, because we ain't seeing no deer, but it's freaking hot as hell. But I don't know. And when he said where he was hunting, he's way away from us.
Yeah. It's not even in the ballpark. For us to do...
And then he's like, well, I got this private ground, and I got this other giant piece that I hunt, and I hunt this over here, and I made this trail on this public land. You guys probably use that all the time, don't you? You know, the guy's a legend in his mind, and I'm sure he's killed some giant bucks, and he probably is a legend. And I would like to... Like, if that guy sat down and had a beer with me, I'm sure we could have an awesome conversation. I can learn some stuff. And I bet you he's got some incredible stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But...
I feel the same way.
That would be like us 5 years out there. You know what I mean? And, oh, man, you shot a 135? What the hell? Real man shoots, one real hunter shoots 150. I don't even pick my bow up unless it's a 170. You know? I might not shoot a deer for 3, 4, 5 years. And then I guess he shoots no does.
I guess. Well, he said he had a food plot or whatever, and he'd go crush all the does he wants to there. I'm not sure if he does.
But I don't know. I have no idea,
it's just
guys.
Somebody fired up, not having a good year or whatever, and you have no context of the situation, and you just go bonkers.
Yeah.
For absolutely no reason. You're not trying to do the right thing. Not trying to be a good person.
I told him, I said, we know 5 other people that are running cams on that place. We know how many other people hunting it. A lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, there's this guy out here on this e-bike ripping around. He's like checking our bikes out, make sure they weren't e-bikes. I'm like, dude, this is a pedal bike.
Yeah, straight up.
He can't even have that out here. I'm like, you're just mad at everybody. You're mad at everybody else out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you waited in the parking lot.
For 2 guys.
Forever for us to get out.
Yeah.
He waited there forever for us to get out.
It's probably an hour and 15 minutes after shooting.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, sorry to bring you guys down. We had a rough day in the woods with deer sightings. We're in the zone now. He won though, because I'm at the point now. We just lost the lease to a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
We just had a bunch of. I want to lease a piece of private ground or buy a piece of ground and not let anybody. Nobody can say you can't do this, you can't do that. This is it. Just go out there and freaking hunt like we want to hunt. All we want to do is kill bucks. That's it. We don't want any of the bullshit. We don't start any bullshit with anybody else. We're always nice as hell. We share trail cam pictures we shouldn't even share.
We skirted around.
There's freaking 3 guys that hunt this ridge, and we haven't hunted that ridge because we know that they might be coming out here.
And it was going to be the weekend, so we didn't go in there.
Yeah, just out of respect, because we know they got mobile cams in there.
Stands hung,
and we did not go in there.
I was like, man, we got a good relationship with these guys.
Yeah.
We don't need to be in their area. You know, everybody just kind of is in their own area.
Yeah.
Everybody knows where everybody's hunting.
It's public land, you know, and I telling homie, I said, man, these guys could come in this afternoon and we could be upwind of them or something, you know what I mean? And we were like, well, we don't want to do that. But the guys are in a really good spot.
Yeah, they're
you know what I mean? And they know it.
You want to talk about the Magnum Zone.
Yeah, and you know it, you know what I mean? And I understand you got a podcast.
And this guy's a mile away from us.
That's the whole thing. You're in the spotlight. He listens to 5 minutes of us and don't understand what we got going on. And that's it, guys. We're going to go out there tomorrow, hunt, move on.
That's all we can do. Go out there and hunt. Keep doing what we're doing. You know what I mean?
So, but giant piece.
Yeah.
Ruined the whole thing. Haven't even touched where he's at.
No.
He's going to be real mad when I lease the piece to the north of that, though.
Ridiculous.
So
that's what that was. That was.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the guy sounds solid as hell. He's been hunting public land for a long time. Sounds like he's killed some giant bucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Puts the time in. Oh, what'd he say? Oh, I killed him on my second set because that's all I need to hunt.
He did say second set, yeah.
I'm like, he's like, yeah, I killed him on my second set. That's all I need to hunt. I'm like, well, bro, you're on a whole new level because I'm not with you. So, well, we love you guys.
That was day 10.
That was day 10. Absolute brutal out there, and then got a nice ass whipping after I just got my ass kicked by the bike.
Yeah.
We out.